We'll get started. Finding a comfortable seat, just letting the body move in any way that just sort of helps you find stillness here. So if you need to sort of shift, right, or if you want to gently roll your neck or roll your shoulders. And sometimes the minute we try to be still, we feel something in the body which is like, please move. Yeah, got this thing I need to work out. So even though we're working our way towards stillness, we won't be rigid about it, but we'll eventually come to a place where we can close our eyes and bring our attention to the breath. Bringing the fact that we are breathing to the forefront of our consciousness, shifting from unintentional patterns of breathing to breathing through the nose first. And then we can see if we can slow and steady the breath. And then can we even out the breath between the exhale and inhale so that both these phases of breath are equal length, equal duration, and equal volume of air being exchanged in and out. Allowing the mind to settle, maybe imagining the mind and our thoughts sometimes like a snow globe that's been shaken. And as we let it sit there and slowly return piece by piece of our attention to our breath, the blizzard of our thoughts can begin to slow and dissipate. Let's take that measured and intentional breath and bring it into the body to create some movement. So coming on to our hands and knees, with our hands under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. Finding our breath here, we'll begin to warm up the spine. On the exhale, the chin comes to the chest, elbows bend, and the hips go to the heels. Inhale, reversing that, hips up, chest and head up, arms straight. Exhale, finding our way towards the fold, lengthening the back. Inhale, rising back up and lengthening to the front of the body. And keep the movement going here. After your next hands and knees, exhale, pluck the toes, explore downward facing dog. Your knees can be bent quite a bit for this first one, focusing on getting the head down and the seat up. And inhale back to hands and knees. Exhale into child's pose. Working to lengthen and strengthen, and really further strengthen that connection between your breath and the movement of the body. The next time you find yourself in child's pose, take a few breaths there, adjusting the pose as needed to make it more comfortable. And inhale, bring yourself back to hands and knees. Let's step the left foot forward. And you can bring that foot a little bit in front of your hands. We'll just work with some rocking lunges here on the left side. So as we inhale, you can come forward, your hips can drop down, we can lengthen the front of the back leg. And as we exhale, we press the hips back and we can lengthen the back of the front leg. And it's taking our time here, rocking our lunges. You can keep that back foot with your toes curled under if that feels more steady and stabilizing. Just opening the hips a little here, opening the front side of one leg, and the back side of the other. Your next inhale, take a pause. Bring that left knee back to the ground. Bring the right foot forward, switching side. Take a few rounds on this side. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, drawing the hips back. And your next inhale will be your last. Return that right knee back to the floor underneath your hips. And let's take 3 rounds of kneeling forward, fold at center. You can come off your hands and knees for a moment if you would like to, if you need to take a break, because we'll be on them for just a little longer. If you'd like to take a break here. I'm going to incorporate gate pose from hands and knees. So inhales will always take you back to hands and knees. And I'll just demonstrate here for you. We'll exhale, take the right leg out to the side, foot forward. Inhale, rising. Exhale, gentle gate pose here. Inhale, rise. And exhale, returning to hands and knees. And then we'll take it on the other side. Okay. So come on to hands and knees. Inhaling here. And we'll start by exhale, bring that right foot out to the right. Straight leg, toes. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, gate pose gently over that extended leg. So it's side bend here. Inhale to rise again. And exhale, hands to the floor, return the knee underneath you. Pause here for the inhale. Exhale, extend the left leg out now, the toes pointing forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale, nice and easy. Exploring the side bend, the gate pose to the other side. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, to hands and knees, bringing that left leg in. Pause for the in. We'll do it one more to each side. Exhale, the right foot comes out to the side. The leg is straight. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, gate pose. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, returning to hands and knees. Knees under hips again. Pause for the inhale. Exhale, left foot goes out, left leg is straight. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, gate pose to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to the floor, hands and knees. Take an inhale here and another 3 rounds of kneeling forward fold. Taking your time, make your own way up to standing. Coming to equal standing pose. Making sure that we've got our weight evenly distributed across the soles of the feet. Gently pressing the floor away with the feet. Arms at your side. Feel an active lengthening along your spine. So a little sensation of reaching the top of your head up toward the ceiling. Let's do 4 rounds of forward fold. You can bring your arms to your back if you'd like as you come into the fold. We'll bring the arms out and up. And as we exhale, lengthening out over the legs, soft knees, hinge at the hips, finding your way into the fold. Inhale, re-lengthening the spine, arms come out from the sides, rising up. Let's go right back in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising back up. 2 more times. And we'll simply lower the arms back down on exhale. Let's come toward the back of our mats. We'll do some work between warrior one and one-sided forward folds. So from the back of our mat, we'll take a big step forward with our left foot. We'll start by making sure our feet are in our train tracks, right? Aligned with the shoulders. And maybe that back foot is slightly turned out just a little bit. The hips forward. Arms at our side. On an inhale, bend the knee and bring the arms up. Warrior one. And then we're going to exhale here. Exhale, coming out over that front leg, straightening that front leg to whatever degree you can. Inhale, rebending the knee as you rise back up. Exhale, lowering the arms. 2 more times. Inhale to come into warrior one. Exhale, forward fold over that front leg. Inhale, return. And exhale, lower. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up again. Exhale. At the beginning, let's go one more time and hold the fold. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, folding over that front leg. And staying here for the inhale. And the exhale. Using this next inhale to rise again, lengthening out to rise. And exhale, straightening the leg, lowering the arms. We'll step the front foot back. Let's take 2 breaths with our feet underneath us. We'll set up for the other side, stepping the right foot forward. Feeling both feet firmly in the mat. Do the same pattern 3 times in and out, and on a 4th time, we'll stay in the fold. Inhales take you into warrior one. Exhales, fold you over. As you inhale, lengthen out as you rebend that knee. And exhale, return. Nice. This is the last one in and out. And on this one, we'll stay for a breath. When we complete stepping that front foot back. Before we go back into that split stance again, let's do some chair poses with both feet under our hips. So finding that equal standing pose. On an inhale, bringing the arms forward and up. Keeping the chest open. Exhale, hinge the hips, bend the knee, find your chair. Inhale, slowly re-lengthening. And exhale, lowering the arms. 3 more. Coming back near the back of our mats. We're going to incorporate a gentle twist into our warrior ones. So we'll step forward with the left foot. Really making sure that that back foot and back leg is strong and anchored, because when we go to twist, it's going to want to lift off. So really got to keep that heel in check, heel to the ground. Inhale, come into warrior one. And on an exhale, bring the hands to the chest as you twist across that left leg. Inhale, unwinding, arms up. Exhale, release. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, coming into warrior one. Exhale, begin to twist. Hands to heart center, or as close as you can get. Inhale, unwinding. Exhale, return. 1 more time. Step to front foot back. Take at least 1 breath back at center. We'll set up for the other side. Right foot comes forward. Feet are rooted, especially the back heel. 3 times to the right now. Inhales take you into warrior one. Exhale, slowly twisting across that right leg. Inhale, unwinding. Exhale, return. 2 more times, following your own breath. Face the wide side of your mat. Take your legs wide. Toes pointing forward. We'll just do some forward folds here. Your hands can either rest and slide on the back of your legs, or you can interlace the fingers, drawing your hands gently downward toward your heels. We'll do 4 rounds of forward fold from here. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, begin to hinge at the hips, reaching your body out in front of your legs as you fold forward. Inhale, re-lengthening the spine and then unhinging the hips. 3 more. Whenever you complete, step or shuffle your feet underneath your hips. Make your way back down and come to your backs. This week's devotion is about the practice of finding joy. And the scripture is from Luke chapter 2, verse 10. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid, for see, I bring you good news of great joy for all people." When angels appear in scripture, they are usually bringing a message from God. In fact, angels are often referred to as the messengers. The messages angels bring are rather consistent in what they say, telling the people they visit not to be afraid, as God is getting ready to act. Don't be afraid. Good news, great joy for all people is a message we could hear over and over again. We benefit from being reminded to choose joy because hearing it isn't the same as choosing it. We must practice choosing joy every day. In our yoga practice, each pose offers us a choice, an opportunity to focus on what we feel or experience. If we note discomfort, we know to modify. If we give equal weight to where the pose serves us and where we struggle, we can choose to experience the joy in the pose at least as much as we notice our struggle. When it comes to poses, I like Bernie Clark's quote, and he says, "We do not use the body to get into the pose. We use the pose to get into the body." Your legs are long on the mat. Bend the knees and put the feet on the floor for a moment. We're making our way toward the setup for our next series of moves. And then let's bring those knees closer to the body. So feet come off the floor And your hands can come anywhere on, under, around the knee. Focus on bringing your legs only so close that your back can still make contact with the floor. So for some of us, if we're quite tight, we might find the more we try to pull our legs forward, the more our lower back creeps off the floor, or maybe even our neck gets hyperextended. So the legs can just be, let's say, comfortably close, right? Just keeping the feet off the. From here, we're going to do a bit of the opening on inhale, where it's almost a splits in the legs. So as we inhale, instead of both feet going to the sky, one foot goes to the sky and the other one finds the floor. We'll start with the left foot going to the sky. So as we inhale, arms come out to the side, left foot to the sky, right foot finds the floor. Exhale, return those knees and hands together. And then we'll go to the opposite side. Inhale, right foot to the sky, left foot finds the floor, arms go out to the side. Exhale, hands to knees. And let's keep working with this pattern here. Inhale, now left foot up, right foot floor. Exhale, coming back to center. And continue. As you move here, how smooth can you move? The next time your right foot goes to the sky will be the last round. You simply complete by exhaling and bringing hands to knees once more. And then allowing your feet to settle into the floor instead. And now let's extend the legs as if you were standing. We're going to do tree pose on our backs. So your arms can be somewhere between your hips and your shoulders. So just kind of comfortably away from your hips so that the leg doesn't come into them. And on an inhale, bend the right knee out to the right as you slide the sole of the right foot along the inside of the left leg. So finding tree on the floor. And then slide that foot back down as you straighten the knee and the knee comes to face the ceiling once more. Let's just do the right side now. Just the right leg. Again, opening up in the hip, knee goes out, foot slides up. Inhale, re-lengthening, including flexing the foot at the end as if you were standing. Okay, keep working this right foot. Right foot and leg. And one more time on the right side. And pausing here. Reestablishing those flexed feet. Let's see how this shows up for us on the left side. So as we exhale, Drawing that left knee out to the left, sliding the left foot up along the right leg. Inhale, breathe like this. Exhale, opening the hip, drawing the foot up, knee goes out. Inhale, breathe like that. And continue here, just working the left leg. And one more time. Taking a breath or two with both legs long. Feet are still flexed, so there's still some action happening in the legs. Then bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, place those feet close together. We'll be opening both legs out to the side at the same time. On an inhale, opening the knees out to the side, maybe the soles of the feet begin to touch. And exhale, drawing those knees back to center, soles of the feet find the floor. And repeating here. Inhale, opening up, external rotation in both hips as the knees go out. And exhale. Slowly bringing those knees back to center. Let's do that 3 more times. And you complete, just pausing, leaving the knees bent and the feet on the floor. Then we'll draw those knees close to the body. Bring the palms to the top of the knees. Fingers toward your toes. Let's do a few rounds of wind relieving pose. As we exhale, the elbows bend and the knees come a little closer. Inhale, the arms straighten and the legs move away from you. Exhale, coming towards center. And inhale, moving away. Doesn't matter how big or small the movement is. Just moving with your breath. Think about allowing the body to move as opposed to forcing the body to move. And letting the feet settle back into the floor. Walking the feet comfortably close or as close as you can, right, to your seat. Let's set up for bridge. I like to do bridge in almost every practice. It's good for us to change from being forward folded to a little bit of extension. So arms at our side, rooting down through the feet. On an inhale, activating the legs, squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips and lower back up off the floor. And exhale, lowering back down. Keeping your knees in line with your ankles, so don't splay out the legs. Inhales take you up. And exhales take you down. One more time. Once again, bringing the knees a little bit closer to you, just so you can get a hold of them with your arms, but not so close that you wind up compromising your back's ability to remain on the mat. And from here, on an inhale, both feet go up to the ceiling, legs get long, arms come out to the side. And exhale, returning to the hands at knees, everything going to center. Inhale, opening up, feet up, legs long, arms out. Exhale, returning to center. Two more times. After that last exhale, letting the feet settle into the floor, and just taking a moment, allowing your body to come into stillness. Briefly rolling onto your side in order to come back up to seated. Explore head to knee pose tonight. So if you do have a folded blanket or towel, this is a great time to use it. Putting it right underneath those sitting bones to help lift your hips up. We're going to be in a bit of a seated tree pose for head to knee pose. Starting with our legs long in front of us, we will let the right knee go out as we draw the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Now, if doing this puts you in this position, do this, okay? More important to have this going because we want to take this nice straight spine and put it right over that extended leg, okay? All right. Keeping this foot flexed, you've got length happening along the back of that extended leg. You can gently press this foot into the inside of the leg, and that might help open up the hip a little further. From here, inhale the arms up and exhale, coming out over that extended leg. Inhale, re-lengthen to rise. And we'll go right back. Exhale, folding out over that extended leg. Inhale, rising back up. Really trying to keep the spine long throughout. So we're hinging at the hips as opposed to rounding the back until the very end. Then we can round. Inhale, re-lengthen first and then rise up. And one more time, we'll exhale, fold over that extended leg. And this time we can release and stay for a breath or two. That knee can be soft. Careful that we're not locking out the knee of the extended leg. And when you prepare to come out, you'll do so on an inhale again, re-lengthening through the spine first, and then rising back up. And exhale, lowering the arms. We'll take that to the other side. Left knee goes out. Left foot finds a home along the right side, or the inside of the right leg. Extending here, feeling that length, rooting down through both sitting bones. Okay, so really making sure that you haven't lifted off to one side or the other. All right. 3 times in and out, and a 4th time hold. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, hinge at the hip, lengthening out over that extended leg. Doesn't matter how far you go, allow the hands to touch the floor. Inhale, re-lengthen and rise. 2 more in and out. And on this last one, we'll stay. So folding, finding a comfortable edge to your range of motion here so that you can relax into the pose. And after 2 or 3 breaths, using the support of the inhale to lengthen out once more and come back up and exhale the arms. Nice. Extend the leg. And we'll take our forward fold right here, and we'll make sure though that our knees are soft. So let's keep the knees soft. So keep the knees a little bit soft, a little bit raised up here. We'll bend to make sure that we give our backs a time to really open up as opposed to straining the back of our hamstrings, right? So let's just allow the back to enjoy this opening here. So keep the knees bent. Inhale the arms up into one and hold as we exhale. Let's bring our bellies to the thighs and then let ourselves round over the legs. And breathing here. After 2 or 3 breaths, using the inhale to support you as you lengthen back out and then pull away from the legs. Nice. And let's take ourselves all the way down now, coming onto our backs. We'll do some real gentle twists here on the way to final relaxation. Bending the knees, feet on the floor, and your feet can be just a little wider than your hips if you'd like. Arms out from the side, palms up. We will not lift the feet off the floor. We'll just rock to one side or one edge of our foot and then the other. Okay, so the weight of our legs never gets transferred into the back while we're twisting. Inhaling here. Then as we exhale, just letting those knees go to the left. So one hip internally rotates, one hip externally rotates. Staying here for the inhale. Waiting for the exhale to come. And as you feel that support the belly, let that help the knees come back to center. Pause for inhale. And exhale, let the knees go to the right. Really think about the hip rotation here. One in, one out. Stay for the inhale. And then use the exhale to come back to center. So keep with that pattern, only moving the legs up or down on exhale. We'll take the twist to the left when you're ready. Coming back to center on an exhale, pausing for inhale. Let's take that one more time to the right. When you return to center on that exhale, simply gather your legs within your arms. Give yourself a nice hug here, drawing those knees close to the chest. And here, if you'd like to, you can bring your forehead to the knees. A little stretch for the upper back. And lower the head back down. Let the feet settle back into the floor. And just slide your way, melt your way onto your mats into corpse pose for final relaxation. Letting the full weight of your body be carried by the floor beneath you. Let go of any control of the breath. Resting here in the benefits of your practice. Return your attention to your breath. And invite your breath to gradually deepen. The deepening of the breath helps reawaken the body. And you can make some small movements, rolling the wrists and ankles, wiggling the fingers and toes. A little bit of swaying or stretching side to side, gently rolling the head. And as you're ready, bending one knee at a time, placing the feet on the floor, rolling over to your most comfortable side, using that lower arm as a pillow for the head. And take a few breaths to transition from where you just were. Bring yourself back up to a seated position. Finding a seat that is steady and rooted, so the spine can be relaxed and long. Hands together at heart center, eyes closed. Sit in here in closer connection with the stillness within. We remember that this peace is always with us and accessible anytime, simply by returning to our breath. Take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for coming to your practice, and for sharing it with each other. Bring our hands to our foreheads. May our thoughts be guided by grace and wisdom, moving them to the lips. And may our words be true and kind and returning to the heart. May our hearts be filled with love and compassion so that all beings everywhere may be happy and free. Namaste. Yes. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Yeah.